The new Acropolis Museum welcomes you and thanks you for your attendance, which is an honor to the opening ceremony.
A dream of so many years and of so many people is finally realized. This is a day of joy for us, and we want to share it with you. Symbolisms upheld by Parthenon, and they stand here because they were created for this sacred place. And the sculptures that are missing, the ones that have been taken away 207 years ago, will be reunited. The Parthenon sculptures were looted, but this looting can be redeemed and repaired today. The Acropolis Museum is the moral force that attracts the Parthenon marbles back to where they belong. The marbles present are calling for the marbles missing. On this, there is no room for small-time politics. We cannot negotiate for the ownership of the marbles. We cannot negotiate our dignity. We cannot legitimize their expropriation 2 centuries ago. We cannot betray the integrity of the monument. We can only defend it and reinstate it. We can resolve the problem, but the Parthenon marbles will be reunited here in the Acropolis Museum. It is not only the aesthetic integrity of the monument that is at stake here, it is also the ethical integrity of what it stands for. The museum is the symbol and the catalyst that brings about this reunification.
Standing in view of the Acropolis this evening, I'm reminded of my first visit and the strong emotion I felt on seeing the impressive craftsmanship of the work undertaken 2,500 years ago. Greece has demonstrated its commitment to safeguarding heritage for future generations. As the governments of Greece and the United Kingdom, inviting UNESCO to assist in convening necessary meetings between the two countries with aim of reaching a mutually satisfactory solution to the issue of the Parthenon marbles.
And of course, there are the marbles that are not yet here in this museum and that we are going to have here one day. All the marbles have to come back, and this is not something that just the Greeks would like to see. It is the world that is really asking for this, because it is the whole world that sees those ideals, those worldwide and universal ideals taking shape in the marbles of the Parthenon. And in 2 symbolic acts for the opening of this museum, in this room, which is of course coming into the museum, going to see an object of the 3rd century BC, and this was something that the people that lived here under the rock and in the ancient times used. We wanted to make this a symbol of the unity of the museum with the site. And now, by putting the last object of the museum, the cantorus, which is a small cup for wine that the Prime Minister is going to hand in for putting into the exhibit case, it is going to be placed there, and then we're going to have it covered with a transparent plate of glass that is going to be affixed by second symbolic act, if you will, in the most official place of the east pediment of the Parthenon, where we have the gods of the Olympian gods, Zeus and the other gods. You are going to see this particular part of the frieze. And in this particular spot, Mr. Antonis Samaras, who is a cultural minister, is going to affix the dress on the particular slab of the frieze. He is going to affix the part of the object that has been housed in the Acropolis Museum for so many years. And this is going to symbolize the unification of the objects that are not in the museum with those that are in the museum.
Presidents, Your Excellencies, my dear friends, the state wishes for this reunification not to be a reunification between the original and some copies, but between the originals themselves, so that the Parthenon can be reborn. Look at this move, as a symbolic one, as a hopeful one. Thank you.